The front of a Costco oil jug might say heart healthy or 0 grams trans fat, but the back can hide vegetable oil as a refined seed blend, and it never warns you what heat and reuse can create. Why do so many safe bottles turn into a daily frying habit that changes the oil in your pan? Today, we reveal 10 Costco cooking oils to avoid, and the 3 smart picks that actually make cooking easier and cleaner. Tap like and subscribe so you never miss an under-the-radar safety alert. Number 10. Kirkland Signature Vegetable oil. 1 tablespoon gives 14 grams fat, about 2 grams saturated and roughly 8 grams polyunsaturated, straight from the nutrition data. Vegetable oil on this label usually means a refined blend of soybean, corn, or similar seed oils, chosen for low cost and long shelf life. Here's the behavior trap. The jug is huge, so you pour more, fry more, and top off the same pan for days. The American Heart Association says replacing saturated fats with unsaturated oils can lower LDL cholesterol. But that guidance assumes measured use, not nightly deep frying. Research on repeatedly heated vegetable oils shows oxidation builds and high heat can generate toxic aldehydes, especially once the oil smokes or smells burnt. Ever notice a faint burnt smell that clings to the kitchen, even after you turn the burner off? The quiet detail is ingredient vagueness. The front says vegetable, but it rarely tells you the exact seeds inside. Use it for baking, swap the pan oil often, and keep your heat under the smoke point, because your next bottle looks cleaner while pulling the same trick on your counter each week. Hashtag 9. Crisco Pure Canola Oil. Per tablespoon, you get 14 grams of fat, about 1 gram saturated, and around 1,200 to 1,290 milligrams ALA, according to the product's own nutrition data. The front also shouts 0 grams trans fat, which sounds like a victory if you remember how older shortenings used partially hydrogenated oils. Modern research on unsaturated seed oils, including canola, shows LDL cholesterol tends to drop when they replace saturated fats, and large reviews do not show a rise in heart disease risk from that swap. So why do people still run into trouble with this jug in real kitchens? If this is useful, tap like and hit subscribe so more people see it. Have you ever kept a frying pan seasoned with leftover oil and felt proud of it? The sneaky trade-off is the all-purpose line on the label. It nudges you toward constant frying and reheating, which cancels the clean numbers on paper. Use it cold in dressings or for a sauté, and dump the oil once it smokes, because a 100% natural claim on another bottle sparked lawsuits. If this kind of breakdown helps, subscribing just means you won't miss the next one. Number 8. Wesson Pure Vegetable Oil. Lawsuits targeted the phrase 100% natural after shoppers learned this oil could come from genetically modified crops. That happened because people read natural as barely touched, yet refined oil is a factory product, even when the calories look the same. Courts debated whether the wording misled buyers, since under current U.S. policy, GMO-derived refined oils can still be sold as natural. So the fight was about trust and definitions, not a nutrition surprise. On the panel you see the pattern, about 14 grams of fat per tablespoon, low saturated fat, and plenty of polyunsaturated fat, which fits guidance that swapping saturated fat for unsaturated oils can lower LDL cholesterol. But do you notice how a natural promise makes you pour it everywhere? Generic vegetable oil blends often combine soybean, corn, and sunflower oils, then go through deodorizing and bleaching to remove odor, pigments, and flavor so the bottle stays stable. That processing also hides which seeds dominate the blend. The takeaway is simple. Treat front label claims like ads, then judge the oil by heat use, storage, and the ingredient list. Because the next heart-healthy jug leans on fine print to protect itself. Number 7. Mazola corn oil. The label admits very limited evidence that about 1 tablespoon a day may reduce heart disease risk, but only when it replaces saturated fat. That wording matters because it tells you the claim is allowed, yet the proof is still thin. Corn oil is rich in linoleic acid, an omega-6 fat. Online you will hear, omega-6 equals inflammation. But large reviews often report neutral or beneficial heart outcomes when omega-6 replaces saturated fat in real diets. So the real question is, what did you replace butter on vegetables or a plate of fried food? Here's where kitchens change the story. This oil breaks down faster when you fry with it for long periods. Another quiet detail is portion math. The claim talks about 1 tablespoon, yet deep frying can use cups, and the calorie load rises fast. If you want the hard angle, measure it, cook at controlled heat, and discard oil after big fry sessions, because the next oil tastes amazing and still stacks omega-6 quickly, and your kitchen smells great while you overdo it. Number 6. Luana peanut oil. 1 tablespoon can deliver about 3,630 milligrams omega-6, straight from product nutrition data. You also get 14 grams total fat and 0 trans fat, which sounds perfect for frying night. Peanut oil earns its fame because it handles high heat and keeps food tasting clean. Restaurants like it for turkey fryers and fast chicken runs. And home cooks copy that setup because the crust comes out crisp without a heavy aftertaste. So, where does it go wrong? The omega-6 load climbs fast if peanut oil becomes your daily base fat, and the bigger risk shows up when the same oil gets reheated again and again. Ask yourself a simple question. How many batches has your oil seen? If you cannot answer, you probably reused it too long. Another hidden point, clear-looking oil can still be chemically older than it looks. Use this oil for special fry sessions. Cool it fast, dump the batch instead of topping it off, because a vegetable jug makes overuse easy. Number 5. Members Mark. Vegetable oil. A typical tablespoon of warehouse vegetable oil sits around 14 grams fat, and the saturated portion stays close to 2 grams on many labels. The bigger issue is the missing detail. The front says vegetable, yet the blend often leans soybean with other seed oils mixed in. The price per ounce feels like a win, and that is exactly why people start frying more. Ever notice how a giant handle makes pouring feel casual, like it hardly counts? That is how sometimes turns into 3 nights a week. You do not need a deep fryer for this. A skillet that gets topped off again and again can do it too. There is also a taste problem nobody talks about. Refined blends are designed to be bland, so they add calories without adding satisfaction. Extra virgin olive oil keeps natural polyphenols and vitamin E, and that strong flavor can help you stop sooner. Buy smaller bottles, store them dark, and measure pours, because even healthy oil turns stale. Frying invites trouble. If you're still watching, you're our people. Subscribe so YouTube doesn't lose us. Number 4. Western Family Canola Oil. Canola oil usually sits at about 1 gram saturated per tablespoon, which is why people call it lighter. The label also rides on the idea that canola has more monounsaturated fat and some ALA omega-3 compared with many generic vegetable blends. That looks great, but here's the real-life mistake. Cheap jugs make you treat oil like water. Do you keep a pan on the stove with yesterday's oil still in it, ready for the next meal? Reviews of thermally oxidized oils explain what happens next. At that point, the word canola does not protect you. Freshness is another blind spot. Budget labels rarely talk about sourcing or storage, and oil goes stale faster near heat, light, and oxygen. A flat or slightly bitter taste can signal early rancidity, even when the oil still looks clear. If you want canola for sauté or dressings, buy smaller bottles, keep them in a dark cabinet, and finish them faster. The olive bottle sitting nearby can still be mostly refined. That label fools you. Number 3. Pompeian Classic Olive Oil. Research on Mediterranean diets focuses heavily on extra virgin olive oil because it keeps polyphenols and vitamin E after minimal processing. A classic olive oil bottle usually means refined oil, often blended with a smaller share of virgin oil for flavor. Refining raises stability and makes the taste mild, but it also strips many aromatic compounds and a big chunk of polyphenols. That is why extra virgin tastes grassy or peppery, while refined versions taste smooth and neutral. So what goes wrong at home? People see the word olive, assume the full Mediterranean bonus, and drizzle it on salads. Raw use is where those antioxidant compounds matter most, so a refined blend gives you far less of what the studies actually spotlight. For cooking, refined olive oil can handle higher heat, which is useful for roasting or sauté when you do not want strong flavor. The trade-off is simple. You get the monounsaturated fat profile, but you lose much of the antioxidant punch. Smooth taste can make you over-pour without noticing. For salad dressing, choose true extra virgin with clear origin claims, and save refined bottles for high-heat cooking. Watch the wording. Number 2. Pure Wesson corn oil. Corn oil is packed with omega-6 linoleic, and the bottle stays low in saturated fat, which is why it often gets picked for high heat. That sounds practical, yet the real risk shows up in how often people fry with it. Neutral flavor makes battered food feel lighter than it is. Do you ever eat an extra piece because it tastes clean, not greasy? That is a calorie trap, because frying adds energy density fast, even when the oil does not taste heavy. The change accelerates once the oil smokes, darkens, or starts smelling burnt, and topping off old oil with fresh oil does not remove the breakdown compounds. Corn oil has fewer natural antioxidants than extra virgin oils, so a half-open jug near heat and light ages faster, and stale flavor can appear before visible smoke. If you need a neutral high-heat tool, pour only what you will use, discard it after big fry sessions, and keep the cap tight in a dark cabinet. Soybean oil seems simple, but it sneaks everywhere too. Number 1. Happy Belly. Soybean oil. Soybean oil often runs 50 to 60% linoleic, and that explains why it shows up in so many cheap bottles and packaged foods. A tablespoon still lands near 14 grams fat, with modest saturated fat. Large studies show that when oils like soybean replace saturated fat, LDL cholesterol tends to drop, or heart risk stays neutral, and some diabetes markers improve. So why do people still worry about it? Because soybean oil dominates ultra-processed foods. Chips, bottled dressings, frozen meals, and many restaurant fries often use the same base oil. So intake rises even when you think you hardly cook with oil. That matters because those foods also bring added sugar, refined starch, and sodium, which can swamp any benefit from the fat profile. Do you reuse skillet oil because it looks clear? If you keep soybean oil, use it for quick cooking, store it away from heat and light, and avoid fryer-style reuse. A dark green extra virgin bottle brings different value. So soybean oil isn't dangerous, but it's easy to overuse without noticing. That's why it lands on the avoid list. Now let's switch to oils that actually make cooking easier. The first one you should buy is this. Number 3. Kirkland Organic Extra. Virgin olive oil. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil gives about 14 grams fat, mostly monounsaturated oleic acid, and that is the basic math. What separates a good bottle is processing. Extra virgin means minimal handling. So polyphenols and vitamin E stay in. Olive oil fraud is a real global issue, and consumer investigations have shown many cheap olive oil blends fail extra virgin standards. That is why this Costco organic bottle gets attention. Independent testing and consumer investigations have repeatedly praised Kirkland lines for authentic extra virgin composition. Use matters. Extra virgin shines when you keep heat low to medium or use it raw, salads, drizzles, dipping bread, finishing vegetables. High heat can mute flavor compounds, so deep frying wastes what you paid for. Here's a small detail people overlook. Dark glass protects the oil from light, which helps slow quality loss after opening. Another one, a peppery sting at the back of your throat, often lines up with higher polyphenol content. If you want one bottle that pulls its weight, use it where flavor and antioxidants matter. Then keep a high heat oil for searing. A high smoke point avocado oil makes searing feel easy. Number 2, Chosen Foods. Avocado oil. Chosen Foods prints 500 degrees Fahrenheit smoke point, and that number is why people buy it for searing. When your pan runs hot, a higher smoke point can delay the smoke and breakdown zone. The bottle says 100% pure avocado oil and naturally refined. Refining removes some antioxidants, but the main fat profile stays high in monounsaturated fats, with oleic acid leading, similar to olive oil. Studies on high oleic eating patterns link that swap with better lipid profiles and improved insulin sensitivity compared with saturated fat-heavy diets. Still, the smoke point is not a shield. If oil sits in a hot pan for a long time, oxidation can rise, and the smell can turn sharp before you see actual smoke. Do you ever preheat a dry skillet, then pour oil, and watch it shimmer instantly? That is a warning. The brand highlights chemical-free processing, which targets worries about harsh solvent extraction used for some seed oils. Use it for grilling, roasting, stir-frying, and cast iron sears. And keep your timing tight so the oil spends less time scorching. Then finish food with sesame oil later, because aroma can change everything with just a few drops total. Number 1. La Tourangelle. Toasted sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil sits near 14 grams fat, with about 2 grams saturated, and the nutrition looks like many plant oils. The difference hits your nose first, because toasted sesame aroma is intense. This oil comes from lightly toasted sesame seeds that are expeller-pressed, chemical-free, and gently filtered. That process keeps the roasted flavor strong, but it also means you treat it differently than a neutral frying oil. Sesame oil carries vitamin E and lignans, such as sesamol and sesaminol, and research links these compounds with protection against oxidative stress. Traditional medicine systems in Asia used sesame oil for joint pain and local inflammation. And modern lab studies support some anti-inflammatory roles, so the interest is not random. Now, the practical rule: toasted sesame oil has a moderate smoke point, and the brand recommends quick sauté, finishing stir-fries and whisking into dressings, not deep frying. Heat can flatten the aroma fast, so add it late. Here's the sneaky win. A teaspoon can do what a tablespoon of bland oil cannot, because flavor drives satisfaction. Use tiny amounts, and you still feel like you upgraded dinner every single time. Now that you've seen what can hide behind those healthy oil labels, the Costco aisle feels different. A front label might say pure, natural, or cholesterol-free, but the fine print can still mean a heavily refined blend that breaks down fast when you reuse it at high heat. If you want more straight, easy breakdowns like this, with simple swaps that make everyday cooking cleaner without guessing, subscribe to Clean Bites. Click the next video, because once you know how to read oil labels and spot the real kitchen traps, you will never look at your pantry the same way again.